people have died in violence that gripped Karnataka and Tamil Nadu in the Kaveri crisis. And this is violence that has continued over the last 36 hours. But today, thankfully, things actually returned somewhat to normal with a tense calm prevailing across Karnataka, but especially in Bengaluru. Our reporters went out to bring you these reports of just what it looks like for a city that was stunned by violence, arson and vandalism right outside their houses to see things finally limp back to normal.
After Monday's scenes of arson, vandalism and all-round destruction, Bengaluru woke up to a morning of fragile calm. As curfew prevailed over 7 parts of the garden city, residents chose to stay indoors, save for some Eid revelers.
It's the same road which yesterday was marred by rioting, sloganeering, burning of vehicles, buses, and today, of course, religion in a sense playing the healing touch to Bangalore, providing that much needed break, that much needed breather.
As India's IT hub began the long limp to normalcy after the Monday mayhem, the Chief Minister chaired an emergency meet.
15,000 ಕ್ಯೂಸೆಕ್ಸ್ ಇದ್ದದನ್ನ ನಾವು 12,000ಕ್ಕೆ ರಿಡ್ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ. 15,000 ಕ್ಯೂಸೆಕ್ಸ್ನಿಂದ 12,000 ಕ್ಯೂಸೆಕ್ಸ್ಗೆ ರಿಡ್ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ.
Even the Prime Minister issued a Twitter appeal to the people of Karnataka and Tamil Nadu to maintain calm and seek a resolution within the legal ambit. While the Prime Minister called for truce, his minister pointed fingers at the Karnataka government.
Yeah, I'm sure that because she was vigilant, she would have inspired, she would have respected the court order, and she should have given some respect to the follow-up action by the government of Karnataka.
While Bengaluru city remained largely peaceful, fresh spurts of violence broke out on National Highway 4.
If we found that some of the leaders are encouraging this, we will take action on them also. We will not tolerate anybody encouraging this kind of a violence.
As Karnataka struggles to return to normalcy, the police stepped up vigil along the state.
Curfew is there, but there was a prayer for the Bakrid, no? Yeah. So we had to give some relaxation. Yeah. Afterwards, we'll have a proper enforcement of this curfew for 16 police station limits.
The Kaveri water dispute has led to unprecedented scenes of violence in peaceful Bengaluru. Can the city sustain its tenuous claim? Bureau Report, India Today.
Bangalore was burning on Monday. On Tuesday, a very tense calm pervades the city. Our reporters were there yesterday, overnight, and then again today to get you every piece of what really happened in one of the most troubling times for the city of Bengaluru. Here's a report by the biggest reporting team on the ground.
I'm not standing inside a war zone. I'm not standing on an island where there is just no rule of law. In fact, I'm standing in the heart of India's Silicon City. I'm standing in the heart of Bengaluru. But as you can see, the situation all around, this essentially is the symbol of the city's lack of administration, lack of police presence, and an absent government is what we can say. What I also want to bring to your notice is the fact that this is an area which is actually in the middle of a lot of settlement. As you can see all around you, there are buildings, some of which of course are tall. Most of them are not tall. They're smaller bungalow type accommodations, and the point that I'm trying to make is that this is a populated area. It isn't really easy for people to get inside in such large numbers as to be able to touch 35 buses, as you can see, and then exit from this point without anything being done whatsoever. They came inside a civilized area, a place where people stay. They managed to do all of this, and they also made their way out. Of course, this was a way of inflicting economic damage upon someone who had links with Tamil Nadu.
You can see behind me, this is the situation right now in Mandya. The police personnel are on road. they are ensuring law and order, and they are just confirming us that yes, they are not they'll not let anyone to do any kind of anti-social activities, and that's why these kind of effort and this flag march kind of bringing the normalcy in the city, it looks like.
Here is where buses had been set on fire. In fact, local establishments were also targeted. The entire road is deserted, and all that you see is the RAF and the police force, leaving absolutely nothing to chance. You see here the police are taking away miscreants who were... All right. Sorry, why are you taking them away?
No, madam. Please, sorry.
Have you been injured in stone pelt?
Yeah, stone injury.
All right, so we see the police here. All right, so we see the police here taking away these young men they claim were pelting stones at them. The Chief Minister has sent out the message today that anyone who tries to create trouble will be dealt with an iron fist, and that's exactly what we see happening right now. These images that we are seeing of these men who have now been apprehended by the police, one of the policemen also injured in the stone pelting that took place. With video journalist Prashant in Bengaluru, Padmaja Joshi for India Today. While Bengaluru and other parts of Karnataka and Tamil Nadu remain relatively calm, there's a big war brewing in political circles. The politicians of Tamil Nadu seem quite satisfied with their Kaveri bonanza, but there is great resentment and anger among Kannadiga leaders who feel that the Supreme Court verdict has been unnecessarily harsh and unfair on them, something that they are not going to remain quiet about. Wreckage, charred remains of vehicles, and curfew. Bengaluru and parts of Karnataka reel in the aftermath of yesterday's violent frenzy. The state government received massive flack for treating pro-Kannada protesters with kid gloves. Finally woke up after a day of arson, clashes and street fights, issuing a belated appeal for calm and pledging stern action against troublemongers.
I earnestly appeal to all the people of the state to cooperate with the government to maintain harmony, for which we Kannadigas are known for.
Whoever it is, if we found that some of the leaders are encouraging this, we will take action on them also. Nobody is above law. We will not tolerate anybody encouraging this kind of a violence.
You know, ultimately the main concern is the law and order situation, and also the normals to be restored. None of the citizens, no section of the people should feel in Karnataka that they are not safe. No political party should take undue advantage of this situation and for their political use.
But netas on both sides of the interstate divide continue to play the regional card and indulge in politics.
Really, the violence was provoked by the people of Tamil Nadu. We are releasing water at one side, and they were obeying the court orders. And even though there is a scarcity of water for the people of Karnataka, in spite of it, you used to release water to Tamil Nadu. But what was their response?
இங்க தமிழ்நாடு வண்டியில இப்போ எல்லா வண்டியும் அங்க கர்நாடகாக்குள்ள எல்லா வண்டியும் அடிச்சு உடைக்கிறாங்க. ஆனா இங்க இருக்க கேரளா கர்நாடகா K8 ரெஜிஸ்டர் போட வண்டி ஒண்ணு கூட நாங்க உடைக்கிறது இல்ல. எதுமே சொல்லல. எங்களோட ஆர்ப்பாட்டத்தை நாங்க ஜனநாயக முறையை நாங்க தெரிவிக்கிறோம் எங்களுக்கு.
Despite failing to protect citizens in Bengaluru, Siddaramaiah raised eyebrows when he wrote to his Tamil Nadu counterpart seeking safety of Kannadigas in Tamil Nadu. The Karnataka government has been accused of citing law and order situation to stall the Supreme Court mandated release of Kaveri water to Tamil Nadu. But that ploy has now seriously backfired. Bureau Report, India Today.
The Prime Minister today appealed to both the rival factions, Karnataka as well as Tamil Nadu, to shun violence and hold talks. But his message cut no ice with the Karnataka Chief Minister nor the opposition BJP. The Chief Minister claimed that Karnataka was met with gross injustice while the state BJP unit remained belligerent.
The The cycle of violence in Karnataka has forced the centre to act. Prime Minister Modi spoke out, expressing his deep anguish and pain over the clashes. After Modi's appeal, the centre sent an additional 700 riot control personnel to maintain calm in Bengaluru. 1,700 paramilitary personnel have been deployed in violence-hit areas of Karnataka for maintaining order.
I fervently appeal to both the people of both the states to immediately cooperate in ensuring peace and normalcy. Issues cannot be decided on streets.
But despite the PM's message, the opposition BJP in Karnataka was belligerent, urging an immediate stop. Karnataka Chief Minister Sisodia, who had earlier sought Modi's intervention, has now sought time to meet the Prime Minister on Wednesday. The CM, however, referred to the Supreme Court verdict and maintained that Karnataka is facing injustice.
The recent judgments of the Supreme Court have also caused heartburn to the citizens. But it is testing time for us. No one should be carried away by emotions. Unfortunately, it is taking an ugly turn. Language should be a carrier of thought. It should not turn out to be a barrier to be formed.
Will the Prime Minister's appeal cut ties with rivals in Karnataka and Tamil Nadu to rise above narrow political divide? Bureau Report, India Today.
Here in Chennai, everything seemed to be normal today. Additional security forces were rushed into places which were considered sensitive, both in the city and the state, and more security was provided to Karnataka establishments. Also, normalcy is expected to return in the border, and lakhs will be relieved as transportation between Tamil Nadu and Karnataka will resume soon.
Anti-Tamil sentiments spilling out on Bengaluru streets in the most violent manner. Across the border, Tamil Nadu was tense, Chennai witnessing sporadic protest.
Around 9 p.m. on Monday, Chief Minister Jaitley writes a letter to Sisodia where she explains that adequate protection and safety would be given to Kannada-speaking people and their establishment. Right now, we're in front of Muradu Lunch Home, which is actually a Karnataka person's hotel. The hotel has been here for 27 years. We could see a lot of protection given to the hotel.
The attack on a Tamil student for mocking Kannada actors and retaliation on Chennai's Woodland Hotel acted as a catalyst for the orgy of violence in Bengaluru. Additional security was arranged for Karnataka-owned businesses across Chennai.
இது உங்களுக்கு ஏதாவது பயம் இருக்கா இப்போ இங்க பயம் இல்ல எல்லாம் நல்லா இருக்கு சூப்பரா பாதுகாப்பு கொடுத்திருக்காங்க காவல்துறை நல்லா ஒத்துழைச்சிருக்காங்க
The unprecedented arson attack on 35 Tamil Nadu bound buses in Bengaluru triggered a major scare. Even as Jaitley wrote to the Karnataka Chief Minister seeking protection for her people, a political blame game broke out.
And the Karnataka government should bear the responsibility for all these things and pay the compensation to the buses and lorries burnt.
The fight for water has divided two states like never before. With the matter in the highest court, it's for the two governments to ensure that there is no repeat of what happened on Monday. Bureau Report, India Today.
At the end of the day, politicians have played the game they love the most, that is blame game. Those who wanted to take law into their hands have done so and are now facing the music. What remains, after all, is the shattered reputation of a city very fondly called as India's Silicon Valley. No matter what you may hear, what you may say, fact is, brand Bengaluru has taken a hit.
These are the images the world now has of Bengaluru, of violence, of anarchy, of police unable to control a rampaging horde of netas, putting their own political return before everything else. And the biggest collateral, this area, which has turned Bengaluru into the Silicon Valley of India.
Bengaluru, the image of it, which has been destroyed in the past 1 week. Most of the companies, the IT companies as well as the startups, are now choosing a different destination because this is not their preferred destination at all. Mob attacks, the recent riots, as well as the protest galore that the city has witnessed has turned out to be detrimental for the image of the city, and businesses have gone down, so the corporates really want to stay away from this.
All business in Bengaluru were brought to a complete halt by the Monday madness. But the tension has been simmering for the past 1 week, with sporadic protests breaking out in parts of the city. What happened on Monday spread panic among the Aam Aadmi and employees across the city. A prominent IT company was also targeted when rioters barged into its office on Bannerghatta Road. Police expected to control the mob was absolutely ineffective. What made the condition worse were netas fanning the unrest. Transporters, the lifeline of businesses, took a big hit with taxis, buses and trucks being targeted. Industry leaders were effectively shut out on Monday. Those who dared speak their minds were immediately put down.
While there will not be an immediate exodus of businesses from Bengaluru, corporates do have a long memory. They will be looking for destinations that are less volatile, where images like these will not be seen. In fact, they will look for destinations where they can conduct their businesses safely and not have to worry about external factors like this. With camera person Prashant and Ashish, Pratibha Raman, Rohini Swami and Jugal Purohit in Bengaluru, Padmaja Joshi for India Today.